Okay, so this is Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. Now, this is a game... this is part of a series of games, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Sort of, the original game was an attempt to kind of revive the original Donkey Kong idea of Mario saving, what's-her-face from Donkey Kong, you know. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with, you can't really see what's on the gamepad, but I got options here of game, bonus, workshop, and community. Let's go ahead and start with game. So, what this game turned into, it wasn't from the start, but what it turned into was a puzzle game where you control these robot guys. I'll go ahead and do the first level because it's an obvious demonstration of the basics of the game. So, what I'm playing on Wii U. This is also available on 3DS, but I'm playing on Wii U. What you see on the TV screen is that how there's like a border around the screen. That's because the gamepad, what it's showing is just that section. It doesn't have the border outside. But what it's telling me is what you can do here is you tap. See, here's my stylus. So what I do here is I tap on like a spot here to collect that girder or whatever. And what I can do is place it wherever I want here. So I can put it like up here if I wanted. That's not going to do anything for me. You can see the 9 up there. Now it's 6, 3, 0. So I can't make any more. So all I can do is build with materials that are given on screen. And if I tap on the Mario, he'll start. And I can start them all individually, or if one Mario bumps into the other Mario that's not moving yet, then it'll get started moving. Let's go ahead and show off this. So basically the goal is to get as many coins as possible and then get to the end. So as you can see, this is how the Marios interact with each other. If they bump into each other, they will both turn around. That's important stuff to consider in a puzzle game. And then if they are on a girder and they disappear, they'll just drop. I can't recall. Oh yes, if they fall from enough of a height, they will die per se. So the goal of each stage, is to get as many coins as possible and get to the end as fast as possible, so that you get enough points for a gold trophy. And what happened was, when you get a trophy, is you get stars. So you would get a star for each trophy, so gold would give you 3 stars. I've gotten all the stars on all the levels. So, yeah, there's 6 worlds plus 2 extra worlds. If we go into, let's just jump to world 2 and do level 2. So that was the basic of this game. What happens next is they add more and more things for you to interact with. So now we've got these springs, which I can move and place to these other hollow spots, you could say. The screen is only... The TV screen is showing the entire view of the gamepad right there. There are bigger levels that... The viewing size of the gamepad is the same as that shape right there, or that size right there, but if we get into harder levels, they get bigger, and so you can then move the screen around on the gamepad to see where you're looking. So let's go ahead and start with Peach here. All of the minis that are marching around all act the same. So Mario and Peach have this... They act exactly the same. They don't have like unique abilities or anything. They're just basically just skins of each other. So let's see where we're going for here. Let's drop them down here. Let's have them back up to get these coins. Put a spring back there so they hop up. Yeah, and this level is pretty much solved at this point. They will hop up 1 square high of a space right there, as you can see. Any higher and they will not walk up, they will simply turn around. So there is a small element of kind of looking at the screen and trying to figure out what's going on first before you actually start moving, usually. Because once you start moving, you know, the timer starts going down, and the more time you have at the end, the more points you get. So it's quite possible to beat a level without a very good score if you just take forever, if you don't find a good route. Let's go ahead and jump to an extra level. Find something just to be bigger, I guess. Sure. Level 2. Why not? And then after this, we'll check out other game modes. So again, this is the main game. There is a bit of a story. See, you see the brackets on the screen? That's the gamepad view. Again, this game is also on 3DS, so it's probably a similar function. I don't have that version of the game, but I'm sure it's a similar function as this. There is, I mean, we'll go to another level that's even bigger than this later. So what you have down here, right, this button right here is a magnet button. So if it's on, then these characters will cling to the wall as they walk. And then you can, you have the power to turn it off. Like that. Not sure if that was the best move. But we'll see. Turn that back on. What am I going to go for here? Let's try to move these guys around like this. Let's see, so if he gets the end on this, he'll drop. Oh no. Yeah, I've messed this one up. So what I want to do is have him go back up this way. Also, crud. I probably could have stopped that DK before he got too far. Also, as you can see, there's a timer up here. If this runs out, then I lose. And this timer starts on the door when the first guy goes in. So they all have to kind of get to the door at close to the same time. Oh, you can't even see. On the gamepad, I've got like a level select a bit. So I can look at the different levels. They're just kind of laid out in a grid. I can just tap on the one I want to go to. On the TV screen, you're seeing like the full view, or not even the full view, but a good view of the level. Oh, that looks like a full view. But yeah, there's tons of different levels in this game, and that's just as a base. What's also neat is that you can make your own levels. Oh, there's even a bonus selection of levels. So that was the game mode. This is bonus. There's 3 more worlds of levels here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In bonus world 1, bonus world 2, bonus world 3 all have similar things. So as you can see, these are all different level maps. All pretty interesting. So they do get pretty complex. You know, it's a good puzzle game for that. If we go to Workshop, so let me think. There were 6 worlds in the main game, plus 2 extra worlds, each with 8 levels. So that's 6, 7, 8, and then 3 more bonus worlds. So 11 times 8, there are like 88 levels in the main game. Oh, I got a Miiverse message here saying Miiverse is canceled. So some functionalities are no longer working. Here is my stamp collection. You unlock stamps through... Stamps are awarded for tipping other players. So what it was is when you played other people's levels, you could tip them stars. And that would take out of your star collection that you build up. You earn stars, of course, from being levels. If you get a gold on a level, you get 3 stars. And that counts for both in-game levels and community, other player-made levels. So if you play someone's level and get a gold on it, you get 3 stars. And then you can tip people stars. You can tip from 1 to 5 stars. You can even tip them more stars than you gain from even playing their level. But yeah, that was how you gain stamps. But I mean, you can't use stamps anymore because Miiverse is shut down. Workshop store. So you also used stars to buy parts. So like you unlock Toad, some different colored girders, which was really just a different color, aesthetic difference. And then like level backgrounds. Again, these are all like aesthetic differences, like a Luigi or a Peach. Gold Mario. Oh, these were super expensive, the gold stuff. I think it was like 5,000 coins for one of them. Man. The way I personally, I made a bunch of levels. I tried my best to get stars legitimately. What I ended up doing eventually doing, not from the start, but eventually I got to the point where I was like, I just want to get the last of this stuff. So I made a second account and played all my levels and tipped myself the most stars I could each time. So I just kind of like threw stars at myself by playing my own levels. So that was a thing I could do. So, let's go ahead and check out this level. Oh wow, online features are disabled. Yeah, I can't even see past Miiverse posts on my levels anymore. That's unfortunate. So what this level was that I made... Oh, I got 6 likes on it. What this level was that I made is you only have one girder. So you're supposed to have a hard time being leveled by only having this one girder to move around. And you can, what I would do to get rid of this enemy. So if you touch an enemy, it kills you instantly. And if any one of your guys die in a level, then you lose. You have to redo the entire level. What you can do to sort of trick the enemy here is you bring him out here and then drop him. And then he's out of the way. So yeah, the main puzzle of the game is to find the optimal route. And in this case, you kind of have to like look at the level, kind of figure out where can you put stuff, where do you need to put stuff, and this is the tricky part. You got to put that line down before he falls to the ground. So yeah, that is another thing to note for yourself, is that if you ever want to pause the game, you just act like you're going to put something down. Because if you're trying to put something down, the game will pause all movements, so you can try to focus on stuff. Because otherwise, you press start and you can't really see the level. Well, you can kind of see it faded out on the TV. On the gamepad, it's completely covered by a menu of continue, restart, or exit. So yeah, you got the timer. You get a bonus point, 6,000 bonus points for just getting all of the coins in the level. I got to put that wall there to stop Mario from going over, because they do climb up 1 block high spaces. So yeah, I found this game pretty fun. It was the second of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games that I played. I got it because of another, of the one that came after this. It was a amiibo version of this game, basically. I'll review that one. I'll review that game next, but it's the reason I got this game. And this game is a lot more deep, because it's like an actual main series game in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. So yeah, there used to be an option to share your levels, but of course, not available due to the parental controls. No. Or the Wii U console being offline. No. It's because Miiverse is shut down. So yeah, I have, let's see. These are all my levels. I can have up to 50 levels saved per, account or profile. You can make multiple profiles on your Wii U or 3DS, I'm sure. if you really want to make more than 50 levels. But I would, when Miiverse was still up, I would, of course, delete levels that weren't doing good because I guess they weren't fun to other people. But, so I would get rid of levels that, weren't favorited or liked by other people, because it's like, well, I turned into the thought process of what's going to get me stars. And a problem with that is that I'd say a lot of people got into that mindset because... Oh, I guess I have to actually interact on this. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Restart. Okay. Alright, restart. So now I'm getting into it. I need to actually, Oh, Luigi's going that way. So this is supposed to be Battlefield, like from Smash Brothers. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna make it. Oh. Yeah, so... whatever. I guess I should close this by actually going into the actual stage builder to show what's possible. But let me see if I can just bring up, like... what's a bigger stage? So I think I have a lot of good, difficult levels, I'd say. So there's these pods on the left. You can see there, those pods with the people in them. So those are like minis, but they don't move by just tapping on them. They only move if you get someone to... Yeah, this is my 5,000 stars level. See, I got 20 likes on this level because it's a basic push right to win. There's a ton of levels that were made just like this. It's like they were called like star farming levels. And basically it was people liked them because you could just go in, get 3 stars for free. You don't have to tip anybody. And if people would play your level, you would get a star if people just played your level, I think. And then you would also get a star if people liked your level. And so the tips were, really just tips. Here's a big level. That's like the maximum size level you can get. That's a lot of quick thinking stuff to do. But anyway, enough showing off my levels. I really liked making a lot of levels in this game. I even had like some themes like Ninja Luigi. This is interesting because, well, if you fall from too high of a distance, then you die, like I said. And so the main thing in this game is you actually go from spring to spring. Alright, I swear this is the last level. Last level I'll show off. As Luigi, you go from spring to spring. And I gotta move my cursor, as you can see. I gotta move that around to see what I need to move. Now, I set it up through the kindness of my heart that if you just sit here, Luigi will not die. All the springs are set up in a way that Luigi will catch himself. But if you start moving springs, then you're gonna start killing yourself. So let's go ahead. Let's go up here. See? I had to put a spring down there before I fell in order to catch myself. So yeah. I think there's a bunch of cool levels that I made, but I mean, that is what it is. I don't know if you can even still play other people's levels. I gotta try that. Alright, let's get out of this game. Let's get out of this mode here. Alright. So let's go ahead and check out a new... Oh yeah, single door or multi-door. You've seen single door. Multi-door is... You have to get each character to their respective door, and I don't think there's a timer on those. If you only have a single door, then everybody has to get in around the same time. But if you have a multi-door, then you get people in, whenever you can. So yeah, I can I can click on DK here, but he won't start because he's in that pod or whatever. I had to click on Mario to start, and then he'll get DK out. And of course, there's no interaction here. Once they're started, they're started. And yeah. So DK will not go in Mario's door. He'll only go in DK's door. And yeah, there's no timer on those doors. You just have to get everybody into their respective door. And you have to, of course, beat your level and get all the coins in order to share it. But of course, I can't share it anymore. But I can still edit levels. But once you have cleared those objectives, then you can share it. And then here are the different parts. You've got basic ground parts that you can put out on this grid here. Oh, you can't see it. I guess I better pull out my phone here. Alright, so here you got the gamepad screen. You can click on these different ground types, so you can see what I can see compared to what the TV shows. And if you click up here, you can get to all your parts. So these are a slope shape, which you can erase in chunks as well. But the slopes here work like this. And you can't, the red space, if you see the faded red areas, those are spaces where you cannot build. So I can build like here, but I can't build like here. And then these are rocks, and they come out in single blocks because if you get the hammer item, you can break through blocks. And if I hold, let's see here. Yeah, so if you, it's kind of hard to do. I don't have 3 hands to show this off. But if you hold L, you can see that hand image lights up there. That's because you can then move things like that. I think. No, what's that? Oh, you can highlight stuff. Alright, so if I switch to a block, if I hold that, so if I tap right now, it does that. If I hold that hand, then I can highlight stuff. And then I can move the groups of highlighted stuff. Wow. Okay. Anyway, I gotta speed those up. So you got your girders, which you can set up, and then you can add pieces to it if you want, because the player doesn't have any materials to work with unless you give them those materials. These purple ones are a moving platform thing, and then you can, you have a reverse. You can go forward or backward, either way. Pink blocks are removable. So, and then you saw the blue ones. Spikes, of course, kill you. There's a ladder you can give your characters. Just move Mario. Springs, of course. There's the magnet ground. There's the button to switch that. And then there's switches. Of course, switches, give you blocks. And then if you hit the switch, like that one, it'll switch between, it'll turn these blocks into pass-through, and these ones will go solid. So if you look at this, you can tap on these pink blocks and move them around. That's a pretty fun thing to do. And of course, all your materials that the player can use are saved or noted up at the top. And you can drag to collect those. You can collect all of these. And yeah. Again, if you grab the hammer, you can smash 2 blocks. Let's go back to editing. Alright, so these are there's a cannon, there's pipes that connect to each other. All different kinds of things. Here are the character selections, so you can put more characters out if you want. Of course, in multi-door mode, everyone's in a pod. You only get 1 Mario. And then you get your door selection here. And then these are pickups. So if you pick this up, you will get more of this, more of these materials here to the player without it actually sitting out. Same thing. This is like the moving stuff. These are coins you can put out. Piranha plants. These are different enemies you can put out. They all interact different ways. And then this button lets you just flip certain objects around. Not everything flips around. And then this is, of course, the eraser. So, yeah. You can change the name. You can set the theme. You can pick a background. You can change the pipe colors, girder colors. So now everything is green girders. And polka dot pipes. And you can set your preview image level, so when people are looking at your level, you know, that's the box that they see. And yeah. Alright, now, to end this, let's go check out, see if I can even play other people's levels online anymore. Because, I mean, basic online functionality still works with different games. Oh, you can check out my stats. I've gotten 223 Yaz. Yeah, I've been tipped 464 stars. Like I said, that was partially myself. But the Yaz and comments given, that's not as artificial. I mean, technically I could yeah all my levels, but I mean, I only yaad each level once because that's as much as you can yeah something. And then comments given, yeah. So this was fun, you know, when it was still Miiverse working, but the basic functionality of the game is still there. You can make your own levels, and you can play through the whole main game. It's not a multiplayer only. It's not an online only game because it does have 80 something levels already built in, and then you can make your own levels. And Miiverse has ended, and it looks like I can still play other people's levels. Yeah. I can totally play other people's levels. So yeah, you can still play the games online. You can still play levels shared by other people. So basically the only thing is missing is that you can't comment on other people's levels, you know, that fun stuff. This is a trick. Can I cross over there? That doesn't look safe. There we go. That one space makes it look... Oh, I could have grabbed right here. Oh well. I did it without having to do that anyway. Yeah. So yeah, there's a level I haven't beaten before. And now you'll see I'll get stars. So I have 312 stars. And I can... Oh. Replay or exit? I don't think you can tip stars anymore. Which is, oh, I mean, that's the title of the game, is Tipping Stars. The minis are beginning their big adventure. Yeah. Yeah, I can't tip stars anymore. I can't it. I can't comment, of course. But all you can do is play and earn stars. And, oh, these are my saved levels? Oh no! I'm just noticing at the bottom here, I'm looking at my saved levels. These are levels I saved from other people. So if I go here, I can't click on his profile. Oh no, you can't play other people's levels online anymore. I take it back. These are levels I saved from other people that I played online. So, there was a ton of great people who made tons of great levels. I basically just saved one of their levels so that I could click on their profile and just instantly go to all their other levels. Because of the way that the feed worked on whose levels you would see when you got into this mode. So yeah, darn, it looks like you cannot play online levels anymore. These are just a few, these are the only levels I can play from the community because I saved them. So darn. A lot of the functionality, the infinite level value of this game is gone, but there is still the basic pre-made levels that you can get. So I guess you would only get this game if it was on sale because it's not the full game anymore. You know, you'd wait for it to go on discounts, basically. But that is Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. I think it's lots of fun. It's got a level builder, so you can still build your own levels. At least 50 of them per profile, so I mean, technically you can make your own nearly infinite number of levels. But that is the game. I still think the main game is worth playing through. It's a good puzzle game. And it's got plenty of levels. But yeah, thanks for watching the review. If you have any other questions about the game, you can go ahead and ask me in the comments section below. And if you have any other suggestions for the channel, you can give me that too. But thanks for watching. If you thought the video was good, you know, give it a like, share it with someone. But I will see you in the next video.